guys, Herc here, and today's Indie Showcase is on a great open world survival game called Stranded Deep. Now, Stranded Deep's only $15 on Steam right now, so if you do like what you're about to see, head over there, pick up a copy, support the developers, and support another great survival game. So the scenario of Stranded Deep is you're a lone survivor of a plane crash. I know, big shout out to the forest there, but this game is definitely going to stand on its own 2 feet. You crash out somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, very much like a Castaway kind of feel. They even have a Wilson in here. I believe they call him Wooly or Woolery. But yeah, they just you can definitely find Wilson in the game. So if that's something you've always dreamed of, go out there and go find Wilson and save him. But the game takes place out in the Pacific Ocean, and something to say that these developers are doing great is the game just looks fantastic. Obviously, it's very early access, but the way they do the water, the wildlife, the plants, it just looks really, really good. I mean, you can see like pretty deep into the water, which is pretty realistic for certain parts of the Pacific Ocean. But if you go too deep, it just turns pitch black, and I mean like pitch black. So really cool there. It's obviously very early access. It's version 0.01. So there's not a lot of meat on the bones right now. And in my opinion, within a couple hours, you can pretty well do everything you're looking to do in this game. So I mean, I was gonna do a let's play of it, but after about 3 or 4 hours, I was getting kind of bored with it. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a let's play of this in the future, because I do believe it is a great game. I mean, look at the mechanics of that tree falling down. Like, can you believe that? So, we're going to do a let's play in the future, but for now, we're going to let it develop a little bit, let it add a few more features, let it fine-tune it a little bit. I think the direction they're going, though, is great. As you can see, you can drag, like, any item anywhere. I mean, a whole tree. I'm like Superman right now. But you can drag things into piles, and that's how the crafting system pretty much works, is at first I didn't like it, but if I was on an island, what I would do is I would gather everything I have, I would sort it into piles, and then you have a better idea of what kind of stock you have. So it's a very interesting system. Hopefully they fine-tune it a little bit more, but I like it so far, and they're going in the right direction. They have a lot of cool steps. As you can see, you just broke open a coconut. First I cracked it open enough to drink it, then I broke it even more to eat it, and they're going to add a lot of cool features into it, just like, if you eat too many coconuts, it's a natural laxative, so, that would cause you to have diarrhea, and that would cause your health system to go down, so they're going to do a lot of cool stuff like that. As of right now, you can make, a bed, a campfire, a pretty cool, realistic, little lean-to house, nothing crazy, something like the forest, you just throw up a log cabin. But it's pretty interesting. You start in a raft. You can raft between islands, and it is procedurally generated. But there's just not a lot there yet. In the future, I'm sure it's going to be great with beautiful coral reefs. I mean, they've done a good job with it so far. But it's just very early access. Obviously, that's why it's on Indie Showcase. And there is the wildlife out in the ocean is pretty good. When I first accidentally glitched out of my raft, I freaked out for a moment, because the music changes and there's sharks. And I'm not talking little tiny sharks, I'm talking big old tiger sharks. And if you look at the way it swims, I mean, it's a pretty realistic feeling. I mean, I was generally scared when I fell into that raft. I was scared for those freaking sharks, and they'll come over and they'll bump your raft and try to make you to fall out of it, and the condition of the game now, with it being so glitchy, I mean, I was pretty scared. I mean, you start with just a little pocket knife, but luckily sharks can't walk. Haha, they can't get me. But anyway, guys, this is our Indie Showcase for today. So if you like what you're seeing, comment below, let me know what you think. As always, hit that like and subscribe button for more future content, and some more great Indie Showcases coming your way. But that's everything while I go try to catch this little sardine. So I'll see you folks later, and Herc out.